cost you friends. It might cost you opportunity. It might even cost you comfort. But let me ask you this. What's the price of sin? What's the cost of world when you decide not to come to God? It's not. Let me tell you something. Evil isn't just loud, it's strategic. It doesn't always come with a roar. Sometimes it creeps in through silence. It grows in the spaces where people choose to say nothing, where they look away, where they convince themselves that it's not their problem. Because when because it's stronger, not because it's smarter, but because two people refuse to stand up. History has proven this over and over. It started small. It started when people said, that's not my business. It started when they saw wrong being done. I don't want to get involved. It started with people quiet while people were bored. That's standing for what's right. Might cost you. Let's be real. Standing up and cost you something. It might cost you friends. It might cost you opportunity. It might even cost you comfort. But let me ask you this. What's the price of sin? Stop. What's the cost of world when you decide not to fight?
People refuse to act. When they stay quiet, the liars get the microphone. When they step back, the oppressors step forward. And when they refuse to fight, the battle is over before it even begins.
Trying to get stuff
That's
together,
how
y'all.
darkness spreads.
Sorry about the
Not
sound.
because it's stronger than light, but
See if we're
because
clear
the people
now.
who carry the light are too afraid to shine. And listen, I get it. It's easier to stay out of it. It's easier to say, that's not my fight. But that's exactly what evil wants you to believe. It wants you to stay comfortable, to stay distracted, to think that as long as it's not happening to you, it's not happening at all. But let me tell you something. If it's happening anywhere, it's your problem. If injustice exists anywhere, it's a threat everywhere. Think about the heroes, the warriors, the people who changed history. None of them had it easy. None of them were safe when they decided to stand up. Martin Luther King Jr., he wasn't safe. Nelson Mandela, he wasn't safe. The prophets, the revolutionaries, the ones who shook the world, they weren't safe. But they spoke up anyway. They fought anyway because they understood something that too many people forget. Silence is a choice. And it's always the wrong. The people who stood up didn't always have power, they didn't always have an army, they didn't always have wealth, but what they did have was conviction. They refused to let fear make decisions for them. They refused to let comfort keep them from confronting the truth. They understood that if they didn't fight, who would? If they didn't speak, who would? And now it's our turn. It's easy to look back at history and admire the ones who stood up, but admiration means nothing if we're not willing to do the same in our time. The battles may look different, the enemies may wear different masks, but the test is the same. Will we speak up or will we sit back? Will we take action or will we let evil move forward unchecked? I'm telling you right now, your voice matters. Your courage matters. Every moment you choose to stand up, to push back, to say, not on my watch, you change the game. Because once you decide that silence is no longer an option, evil loses its grip. And when enough people make that choice, when enough people say, I will not stay quiet, evil doesn't stand a chance. Fear, that's the enemy's greatest weapon. It's not power, it's not intelligence, it's not even strength, it's fear. Because if they can make you afraid, they don't have to take anything from you. You'll give it up yourself. You'll stop before you even start. You'll talk yourself out of the fight before you ever step into the ring, and that's exactly what they want. Fear is a tool is used to control you, to keep you in line, to make sure you never rise above where you are right now. It's the voice in your head telling you, what if you fail? What if they laugh? What if you lose everything? And too many people let that voice dictate their decisions. Too many people have dreams, visions, a fire inside them, but they let fear shut it down before it ever has a chance to grow. I need you to understand something. Fear's not real. Yeah, you feel it. Yeah, it's strong, but it has no power unless you give it power. Because fear doesn't actually stop you. It doesn't put up a wall. It doesn't lock a door. You do that. Fear only whispers the excuse, but you're the one who decides to sit back. You're the one who decides to stay quiet. You're the one who decides to play it safe. But let's be real. When has playing it safe ever changed anything? When has fear ever built a legacy? When has fear ever made history? It hasn't. The people who changed the world, the ones we look up to, the ones we read about, they were afraid too. Don't get it twisted. They weren't superhuman. They didn't have some magical ability to feel no fear. They felt it, but they didn't let it make their decision. See, courage is not about not being afraid. Courage is about doing it anyway. It's about looking fear in the face and saying, I hear you, but you don't control me. It's about understanding that fear is temporary, but regret is forever. You can either deal with the fear now, or you can live with the pain of knowing you never even tried. And let me tell you something, fear will lie to you. It'll make the worst case scenario feel like a guarantee. It'll convince you that failure is the end, that losing means you should quit, that rejection means you're not good enough. But that's all it is, a lie. The truth, failure is a lesson. Losing is just one step closer to winning. Rejection means you're in the game. The only real failure, the only real loss is when you let fear stop you before you even take a shot. I've seen too many people lose to a battle they never even fought. Too many people live half a life never knowing what they're truly capable of because they let fear write their story. They talk themselves out of opportunities. They shrink when they should stand tall. They say maybe later when the time is right now. And then years down the line, they look back and wonder what could have been. They wonder what would have happened if they had just tried. Let me ask you something. What's the worst that could happen? You fail, so what? You get knocked down, get back up. Somebody doubts you, prove them wrong. Fear makes the consequences look bigger than they really are. But let's flip the question. What's the worst that happens if you don't try? What's the worst that happens if you let fear keep you from stepping up? I tell you, nothing. And that's the real tragedy. Because while you're sitting in fear, someone else is out there taking action. Someone else is out there pushing forward.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all for joining and tuning in after dealing with what we were dealing with. All right. So I'm going to drop this right here for you, Jay. USDJPY. Sell stop EN 152.713. TP is going to be looking like 152.606. 152.606. All right. Sorry, hold tight, hold tight. Let me see something. Forgot we were talking about news. Red folder in 3 minutes. got past this, and we're at this is going to be coming up. So, 2 minutes for this red photo news, but I think where we at should be in a position that should be cool uh, to do this one. So, going to keep this on the radar. Just watching this to see if this is going to bounce back down. There. All right. Just tell him go ahead. You're gonna call and let them know that he's gonna be late. Whatever. All right. Okay. So I'm gonna get back to this word. It's coming in. It was pretty nice. Was really enjoying that. Um,
Someone else is making the moves you were too afraid to make. And one day you'll see them succeed and you'll realize it could have been you. It should have been you. But you let fear keep you from stepping into your destiny. Not anymore. From this moment on, fear is no longer the driver. You take control. You step up despite the fear. Because if you wait until you're not afraid, you'll be waiting your entire life. You go now, you take the shot now, because at the end of the day, fear only wins if you let it. But the moment you decide, the moment you say enough, the moment you take action, fear loses its power. And when you realize that, nothing can stop it. The problem with evil is that it never shows up looking like evil. It doesn't walk into the room wearing a mask announcing its intentions. No, it comes dressed as something familiar, something comfortable, something that makes you feel safe. And that's why so many people fall for it. That's why so
all right. That is it, y'all. We are done. We got it. So no LL today, but there's your move right there on UJ. If you got a chance to put that in, then you hear the bells ringing. Need I say any more? Bells will be ringing. Ring a ling a ling. Ring a ling a ling a ling. All right. Is that a quick one? That hit you so hard you didn't even see it coming, did you? Tell the truth. You didn't see that one coming. It's all right. I am not mad. I am not mad. I want to see if we're going to get a slam on this one and it comes back down. Checking out EJ, EG. Just want to see if that's going to turn around. So is the cat news still coming? Orange photo again for USA. Okay. Here, maybe cool. Here, we're good. So look out for this orange folder news from USA in a couple of minutes, and then 2 hours before there's more orange folder. AUD has some red folder. So see what we have going on. So looking at Euro GBP right now, we got this push up going on. If we get a turnaround here, this could be a nice move to the downside. Still holding on to my EJ or EG from a couple of days ago. This may be the move. Then we get a chance to turn this one, but we can just go straight blue there. Euro. Let's take a look at Euro CAD and see what it's doing. So CAD may be pushing up, but I'm waiting for that to be pushing down. If this is pushing up, we should be getting a push up here. Yep, same thing. We're having a push up here on CAD. Got a CAD trade that I'm holding on to. Same thing. Just want to see if that CAD is going to turn around. If it doesn't, but it's got some nice room to play around before I decide to let it go. Nice amount. Think about from where it's at, I'll probably give it might give it about 30, 30 pips if it continues to shoot up. GCAD, here's the move that I'm looking for that I would like to see happen here. This may be my move. This is the line that I put right there. You see how it just came and touched it. This may come right back and give us what we're looking for. So I already have one here. Looking for a close and a break here. And then I could do a GCAD sell, but not until something like that happens. Let's see what EJ has going on. There's the scruff from the JPY pair. Just showing out Muffles. Muffles, that's all. And you can see those JPYs just pushing it, strong arming her, pushing it down everywhere. Boom. And GA showing that it's about it, and I doubt it, doubt it. So above this point here would be a good place to do a sell on GA. Anything below the 1.9897. So just look at that if you're watching out. So let's go ahead and set up for EG. See if we can get us some dipping sauce. Quick pipping and dipping sauce. And I don't know if you like pip sauce with your pips, but if you like your pips plain. Ain't nothing wrong with your pipping if you like dipping. All right. Like she may be getting ready to bust a move, so we're gonna try to put this in and get out of her way. So if you could see my numbers, you may want to go ahead and put those in already. This is entry. This is TP. Just got a GA move. All right. So I'm gonna put in this EJ right here. So I'm doing a sell stop right here. And my sell stop entry is going to be 158 point 158.66. I mean, sorry, 677. And then our TP is going to be 158.563. 158.563. Boom. That's going to be the move. Yeah. Son trying to skip out on school today. He is trying to get us. Looks like the wife is ready to drop some sauce in the chat. Um, 60 pepper. This one doesn't come with dipping sauce. Check it out. It's on the way with no delay. Underlay, underlay, underlay. The wife has done it again. She's dropped 60 pips on us, y'all. 60 pips. Remember, not forcing anyone to take on more pips than they want. You have a restriction. We do not want to force you to take on more pips. Just got a call from Allbar Elite. Well, it's not in effect yet, but we've got something else that's coming up. I will drop this in the chat as well. Looks like we are already in on that trade that was just called. Already in on that trade that just called. So watch. Look like we just got a entry on our trade over here. Just got an entry on the trade. I don't know why we haven't. We just got off to a late start, so no bells ringing and rocking. Uh, there's the entry on our trade. Got a slight pullback. Let's see if we can just keep it going. I'm not even gonna worry about trying to rock the bells. Yeah, we'll just do it like that. Cool. So there we are. So much sauce coming out of the pipe. I don't even know. Right. Ready for another banger. Oh, bar late. Here we go. We got another banger coming down, coming down, coming down. So get ready, get ready, get ready. I'm gonna drop one in the Facebook chat, one in the Facebook chat. So if it's been a minute since we've been over there, let's drop Facebook some love. Okay. Facebook, Vittles are in there. We are Drop the trade for Facebook. It is in for the win. Going, going, going. Nothing to it but to do it. For all of my pip readers, we do have class tonight. Class tonight. We are in on our Facebook trade, in on the Facebook trade as well. On this UJ trade, still in and up right now, 41 pips on UJ. Up 41 pips on UJ. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. We've done our thing right here. Coming back in on a mission with no competition. Play some more of this good. It's good word right here. This was good stuff.
How many people get tricked? Because deception doesn't work unless it looks like the truth. See, the enemy knows that if they came at you with open hostility, you'd fight back. You'd see it for what it is, and you wouldn't accept it. So instead, they package it differently. They wrap it up in smooth words, in fake promises, in things that seem good on the surface, but are rotten underneath. And before you know it, you're caught up in something that's pulling you away from who you were meant to be. That's why you have to be sharp. That's why you have to be alert, because not everything that shines is gold. Not every opportunity is a blessing. Not every leader is a leader. Not every voice that speaks to you has your best interests at heart. Some of them just want control. Some of them just want power. Some of them just want to keep you weak, to keep you distracted, to keep you from seeing what's really going on. Look around. Look at the world right now. The lies are everywhere. The manipulation is everywhere. You turn on the news and they're feeding you a version of the story that benefits them. You scroll through social media and they're selling you a lifestyle that looks good but is empty. You hear people preaching about success, about happiness, about what it means to live a good life, but so much of it is fake. It's an illusion designed to keep you chasing things that will never satisfy. That's why you have to train your mind. That's why you have to develop discernment. Because if you're not careful, you'll end up following the wrong voice. You'll end up believing in something that was designed to control you, not to help you. And once you're caught up in it, once you're blinded by it, breaking free becomes even harder. But let me tell you something. Just because something is popular doesn't mean it's right. Just because the crowd is following it doesn't mean you should. The greatest leaders, the ones who actually changed the world, weren't the ones who went with the flow. They were the ones who challenged the lies. They were the ones who questioned the narrative. They were the ones who stood alone when everyone else bowed down. And I get it. It's not easy to go against the current. It's not easy to stand firm when deception is everywhere. But that's exactly why you have to be strong. That's exactly why you have to refuse to be fooled. Because the second you stop thinking for yourself, the second you let someone else dictate what you believe, you lose control over your own life. So how do you fight back? How do you make sure you're not falling for the lie? You start by questioning everything. You start by thinking for yourself. You start by testing what you hear, what you see, what you're told. You stop blindly accepting things just because they sound good, just because they feel good. Because truth isn't about feeling, it's about reality. And you have to be willing to let go of things that no longer serve you. You have to be willing to walk away from people, from mindsets, from environments that are keeping you blind. Because sometimes the hardest part about waking up is realizing how long you've been asleep. But once you see it, once you recognize the deception, you can't unsee it. You can't go back. You can't pretend you don't know better. So from this moment on, I need you to stay sharp. I need you to stop falling for the distractions, for the illusions, for the things designed to keep you small. Because once you break free from the lies, once you start walking in truth, nothing can stop you. Too many people walk around thinking that being weak is the same as being humble. That's staying quiet, staying small, avoiding confrontation. That's the right thing to do. That's what makes you a good person. But let me tell you something. Weakness is not humility. There is nothing righteous about backing down when you should be standing up. There is nothing honorable about letting the world walk all over you while you sit there and call it patience. People have twisted what it means to be strong. They've convinced you that if you fight back, if you speak up, if you refuse to be controlled, you're the problem.
Right, here we
They
go.
want you to believe
We
that
have
being
just smacked the
passive is the
TP
same
y'all
as
on
being
your
peaceful.
JPY.
But
And
listen,
another
peace
one bites
is
the
not the
dust.
absence of
Another
conflict.
one bites the
Peace
dust.
is what happens after you
Right.
fought for what's
Let's
right.
go, let's get it, y'all.
You
We
think
in
the
a
greatest
minute.
leaders in history were weak? You think they sat back and let
So I
things
think
happen
that's
to them? No, they stood their ground. They spoke truth, even when it cost them everything. They walked with humility, yes. But humility doesn't mean you let people disrespect you. It doesn't mean you let evil have its way. Humility means you know who you are. And you don't need to prove it to anyone. But strength means you protect what matters. Strength means you don't fold under pressure. Strength means you do what's right, even when it's hard. The problem is people have been taught to fear their own power. They've been taught to shrink themselves to make others comfortable. They've been taught that confidence is arrogant, that having a backbone makes you difficult, that refusing to bow down makes you rebellious. And because of that, too many people have silenced themselves. They've held back when they should have stepped forward. They've allowed themselves to be mistreated, ignored, undervalued, all because they thought that was the humble thing to do. But let me ask you something. Who told you that? Who convinced you that playing small was the way to live? Because I guarantee you, the people who benefit from your silence are the same ones who want to keep you powerless. They don't want you to be bold. They don't want you to be confident. They don't want you to recognize your own strength. Because the moment you do, so I'm telling you right now, stop apologizing for being strong.
We are knocking on the door right at the Facebook trade. Have not entered yet, but really close to that, which is really cool. Um, just go back over and look at So we did get EJ, we did get UJ. Then we're looking at Facebook and we're looking at you chef from the other day is right at TP. EuroCAD trade that was called. And we're negative on that one. That was I think yesterday. So still holding tight. I think that is about it, y'all. We should be y'all good. Everybody straight? Anybody hungry? Need anything else? All right, y'all. Um, Looking at another one. I am going to drop another one for my pip eaters. It's not gonna be much. We're just looking at about 20 pips.
Stop thinking that protecting yourself, standing your ground, refusing to settle makes you a bad person. It doesn't. It makes you someone who values themselves, someone who refuses to be walked over, someone who understands that they were not put on this earth to be a doormat. But understand this.
All right, pip eaters, get yourself ready. We're dropping another banger over there in chat.
Weakness, on the other hand, is when you let fear make your decisions. It's when you stay in situations that are killing your spirit because you don't want to upset anyone. It's when you accept less than what you deserve because standing up for yourself feels uncomfortable. But let me tell you something. Discomfort is not a reason to back down. Growth is uncomfortable. Strength is uncomfortable. But that's the price you pay to live a life that's yours. So no more playing small, no more mistaking passivity for humility, no more letting people and circumstances dictate who you are and what you do. From this moment on, you move differently.
Just dropped another one over there, and the pips are coming chat. Report to the pool pit. Pip pit. Extra pips just dropped over there, getting saucy, getting real saucy right about now. So again, we have people out here that are struggling and you really want to learn how to do this and you're having a hard time winning, right? From highlighters, you want to learn how to trade and you just want to be a trader, then go talk to somebody else because we do not teach people how to trade. We teach people how to win. It's a big difference. It's a big difference. Learn how to win. You're able to do withdrawals. You're able to double accounts. You're able to triple accounts. You're learning how to trade can get you in a position where you are good at depositing money into accounts. So I know some people can walk you through how to put money in an account backwards, but they've done it so many times. All right. All right, y'all. I think I'm good. We've got a couple of pips in. We made some stuff happen. Got on late. Think I may, call one more out there just for my people that stuck around. Y'all, if you want one more trade, let me know if you out there. It doesn't make sense for me to throw it out there and you don't want it because I'm gonna throw it out to you because you stuck around and you were here for us. So let me know. Give you a couple of minutes in case you busy, can't get to your phone right away. I'm gonna play a little bit more of this, and then I'll be
You
signing
speak
out.
with confidence. You stand with conviction. You stop letting fear or guilt or the opinions of others keep you from walking in the power that was already inside you. Because when you step into that power, when you decide that you are done being weak, that's when you become unstoppable. Everybody wants to win. Everybody wants success. Everybody wants to live a life that matters. But the moment they realize it's going to take a fight, the moment they see the resistance, they start backing down. They start second guessing. They start asking, why is this so hard? Let me tell you why. Because nothing great comes without a battle. Nothing. Every dream, every vision, every breakthrough, you think it's just going to fall in your lap? You think the world is just going to step aside and let you walk into greatness without a struggle? No, you have to fight for it. Yeah, you have to fight for it. And that's the reality, that's the truth most people don't want to hear. They want the rewards without the sacrifice. They want the results without the process, but it doesn't work like that. Every great victory comes with opposition. Every major achievement comes with setbacks, and the ones who make it, they're not the ones who had it easy. They're the ones who refuse to quit when everything around them was telling them to stop. See, most people think struggle means they're doing something wrong. They think resistance means they should turn around, but that's not how it works. Resistance means you're moving forward. Struggle means you're breaking through. If there's no pushback, that means you're not doing anything worth stopping. If there's no opposition, that means you're not a threat. But the moment you start walking in your purpose, the moment you start rising up, the moment you start stepping into something bigger than yourself, that's when the battle begins. That's when doubt starts creeping in. That's when obstacles start showing up. That's when people start turning against you. But that's also the moment when you find out what you're really made of. Because listen, anybody can move forward when it's easy. Anybody can stay motivated when everything is going their way. But real champions, they keep going when everything is falling apart. They don't let setbacks stop them. Don't let failures define them. They don't let pain break them, because they understand that pain is part of the process. You want to know why most people don't make it? It's not because they're not talented. It's not because they don't have potential. It's because they're not willing to suffer for what they say they want. They're not willing to endure. They want the dream, but they don't want the struggle that comes with it. They want the prize, but they don't want to pay the price. So the moment things get tough, the moment it stops being fun, they quit. And that's why they stay average. That's why they never break through, because they weren't willing to fight long enough to win. But you're different. You don't fold under pressure. You don't let fear make your decisions. You don't let pain push you away from your purpose. You let it fuel you. You let it sharpen you. You let it build you into something unstoppable. Because when you understand that every battle is making you stronger, when you understand that every challenge is preparing you for the victory ahead,